Buy, borrow, die. The strategy everyone mentions, but rarely explains. In this episode, I'm not teaching you tactics yet. No numbers, no tools. I'm giving you the mental model. Because if you don't understand the structure, everything else sounds risky, confusing, or illegal. It isn't. It's just boringly effective. The Buy, Borrow, Die blueprint rests on 3 linked ideas. Not steps, not phases. Ideas. And they only work together. Think 3-legged stool. First, buy. You acquire assets that are expected to appreciate over time. Stocks, real estate, business ownership. Here's the key part most people miss. As long as you hold an appreciating asset, the increase in value is not taxed. It's unrealized. Your net worth can rise quietly for years without creating a tax bill because nothing has been sold. This is the foundation. No appreciation, no strategy. Second, borrow. This is where people get uncomfortable. Instead of selling those appreciating assets, which would trigger capital gains tax, you borrow against them. And under current U.S. tax rules, loan proceeds are not income, they're debt. Which means you can access cash without realizing gains, without selling, and without interrupting the growth of the asset. Same asset, still growing, but now it's also useful. Third, die. Yes, that word makes people nervous. But this is where the strategy completes the loop. When assets are passed to heirs under current law, they generally receive a stepped-up cost basis. That means the value resets to what the asset was worth at the time of inheritance. Decades of unrealized gains can simply vanish for tax purposes. If heirs sell shortly after, there may be little or no capital gains tax at all. Now here's the part that matters most. The power of this blueprint is not any single step, it's the sequence. You don't sell, so gains stay deferred. You borrow, so liquidity doesn't trigger taxes. And at death, the gains can be reset, not realized. No panic selling, no forced liquidation, no compounding interrupted by taxes every time life needs cash. The system doesn't rush, and it doesn't flinch. This is not about dodging taxes illegally. This is not about gaming the system. It's about understanding how the system already works and building around it intentionally. Most people are taught to think in terms of income. This strategy thinks in terms of assets. Most people spend first, then save whatever's left. This strategy grows first, then uses what's built. And to really understand that difference, you need a picture. Imagine 2 buckets, same size, same person, and at first, same income flowing in every month. Nothing magical yet. The first bucket belongs to someone trained to think in income. Their paycheck goes straight into this bucket. From there, rent comes out, car payment comes out, insurance, groceries, utilities, subscriptions, and then, whatever happens to be left at the bottom, that gets siphoned off for investing. If anything's left, this bucket is always under pressure, always draining first, always hoping something survives long enough to grow. Yes, money gets invested here, but slowly, fragile, and every unexpected bill resets progress. This bucket can build wealth, but it usually takes a very long time. Sounds more like a sieve. Now the second bucket. Same income, same effort, different order. This bucket is the asset bucket. All income flows here first. And yes, plural. Paycheck and eventually, side income, cash flow, dividends, rents. It all lands in one place. And the first job of this bucket is not paying bills. It's working. This money immediately goes to buying assets, strengthening collateral, feeding growth systems. Only after that does a smaller bucket get siphoned off for living, rent, food, life. And here's the part most people miss. That money didn't stop working when it moved. The assets remain. The growth continues. Compounding doesn't pause just because life needed to be paid for. Now ask yourself, same income, same time, same effort. Which bucket becomes more valuable over 10 years? The one that drains first, or the one that grows first? Nothing about this requires more money, but it can if you want to grow it faster. And not because you are required to work harder, but smarter. It requires a reorder. This is why buy, borrow, die works. Because once money is trained to land in the asset bucket first, you don't sell assets to survive. You borrow against strength. You don't interrupt compounding. You let it keep working. You don't build wealth and then tear it down. You use it without destroying it. Most people never realize they had a choice between two buckets. They just keep pouring into the wrong one. Now you know the difference. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. In the next episode, we'll go deeper into the first pillar, buy. What it actually means to acquire appreciating assets and what qualifies as real collateral versus things that just feel like investments. If this helped rewire how you see money, like it, follow along, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm Frank.